If you thought today's biggest automotive story couldn't get any more interesting, wait until you hear what happened. And as always, today's episode is brought to you with support from Personamize.ai.
When I first read today's headlines, I honestly didn't expect the story to take this direction. There's a lot to unpack, so let's break it all down.
So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's dive right into today's biggest automotive stories. You know, Maya, I just stumbled across something that really caught my eye. Toyota's CEO in Europe recently declared that he views the company as a European OEM.
That's such a bold statement. What do you think prompted him to say that?
Well, it's all about positioning, isn't it? Toyota has been a global player for decades, but in Europe, they're really trying to adapt to local needs. By branding themselves as a European OEM, they're signaling their commitment to the market.
That makes sense. I mean, Europe has some of the strictest environmental regulations, and it seems like Toyota is making some major moves to align with that.
Exactly. They recently announced plans to ramp up their electrification efforts in the region. It's not just about hybrid vehicles anymore, they're aiming for full electric models, which is a significant shift.
Wow! So, do you think this is a reaction to the growing competition from European automakers?
Absolutely. With brands like Volkswagen and Renault pushing hard into the EV space, Toyota knows it can't afford to sit back. By establishing a European identity, they're hoping to resonate with local consumers and policymakers alike.
It's fascinating how they're adjusting their strategy. What kind of impact do you think this will have on their brand image?
It could be quite positive. By aligning themselves more closely with European values, like sustainability and innovation, they may attract a new customer base that's looking for more than just fuel efficiency.
That's a good point. And let's not forget the role of technology. Toyota has been investing heavily in hydrogen fuel cells as well. How do you see that fitting into this European strategy?
It's a bit tricky, honestly. Hydrogen has its advocates in Europe, but the infrastructure is still lacking in many areas. However, Toyota is banking on it as part of a diversified powertrain strategy, which could provide them an edge.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. They've got this strong legacy with hybrids, yet they're venturing into uncharted territory with hydrogen.
Right, the risk is that they could spread themselves too thin. But then again, they have the resources to invest in multiple technologies.
So, where does this leave the competition? What does this mean for other automakers in Europe?
It raises the stakes for sure. Other OEMs will need to reevaluate their strategies. If Toyota can successfully present itself as a local player, it might force competitors to rethink how they approach the European market.
That's such an important point. It could change the landscape of automotive manufacturing in Europe.
And let's talk about the business side. If Toyota can gain market share by localizing their efforts, it could lead to increased profitability. They might see better returns on investment in R&D focused on European consumer preferences.
And let's not forget their supply chains. Being more integrated into the European market could help them mitigate some of the supply chain issues that have plagued many automakers recently.
Exactly, they can source materials locally, which not only cuts costs but also supports sustainability goals.
Looking ahead, how do you see Toyota evolving in this new role as a European OEM?
I think if they can maintain this momentum, we might see them leading the charge in innovation. They could become a model for how global brands can adapt to local markets without losing their identity.
And that could set a precedent for other global automakers, right?
Definitely. It's one thing to sell cars globally, but engaging with local markets on a deeper level is another game entirely.
It's a thrilling time to be in the automotive industry, especially with all these shifts happening. It seems like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
I couldn't agree more. With companies like Toyota redefining their approach, it'll be fascinating to watch how the industry evolves in the coming years.
And with that, I think we'll be keeping a close eye on Toyota's journey as they pursue this European identity.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us today. We'll keep you updated on all the latest developments in the automotive world.
Until next time, stay curious and keep your engines running.